Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Govinde. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 3, Karma Yoga, text number 6. Karmendriyani samyamya. Karmendriyani samyamya. Ya aste mana asma man as ya aste manasa smaran ya aste manasa smaran Indriyartan vimud atma. Indriyartan vimud atma. Mityachara sauchyate. Mityachara sauchyate. Karmendriyani samyamya. Yaste manasa smaran. Indriyatan vimud atma. Mityachara sauchyate. Karmendriyani samyamya. Yaste manasa smaran. Indriyartan vimudatma. Mityachara sauchyate. Anybody else can chant? Karma Indriyani, the 5 working sense organs. Samyamya, controlling. Ya, anyone who. Aste, remains. Manasa, by the mind. Smaran, thinking of. Indriya Artan, sense objects. Vimudha, foolish. Atma, soul. Mitya Achara, pretender. Sa, he. Uchate, is called. Translation. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Everyone please repeat. One who restrains, the senses of action, but whose mind dwells, on sense objects, is certainly deluded and is called a pretender. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are many pretenders. We have to take care of the children. You know, this child is very playful and he needs to be taken care of. We'll ask the mother or some responsible person. There are many persons who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness, but make a show of meditation while actually dwelling within the mind upon sense enjoyment. Such pretenders may also speak on dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers. But according to this verse, Manobhistam stapikam yena bhutale swayam rupa kathamayam dadati swapadamyekam vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan. The appearance day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, right? The day after Vamana Wednesday was Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance day. And then that next day was followed by disappearance of Haridas Thakur. So very auspicious. So many events taking place in this holy week. And here we are together. Ramadan, and during that month you have also Diwali, is it? Yeah? So big festival. I was being told how you're having a nice program, going to be a Diwali market, and devotees will be there, and people can come and offer lamps. Thinking about sense gratification. And the best way to avoid getting entangled in Maya is to be busy in the service of Krishna. Right? Working for Krishna. That's the best thing to do. Krishna then will be busy in the service of Maya. We cannot do nothing. We're either one way or the other. Either we're taking shelter of Yoga Maya or we're under Mahamaya. So the best way, the secret is to keep busy. You can see the Vaishnava calendar gives us the opportunity for many nice things to keep ourselves always busy. Of course, I know you're all busy already, working so many things you have to do. You have to work long hours, factories and jobs you have. Sometimes people working all night, so always busy. You have to work. But just like you work for your maintenance, you have to think also about your spiritual maintenance. Right? We want to also try to work for our becoming Krishna conscious, to try to find some time to them at home, but it's much more enjoyable to come together with the devotees, to be in the association with devotees. And that's why we have centers. Prabhupada established centers. When Prabhupada went to America, he went alone or anything. He had practically nothing. He said a few hours spending only. But somehow he managed to get enough to make a little center. They had a shop front. It was a little store. And you know, in America they have these kind of stores where they sell of Krishna. And service to Krishna is the natural position, the constitutional position for everyone. Lord Chaitanya used to say, Nitya's, the position of everyone is Jivarsvarupahai Nitya Krishna Das. Nitya Krishna Das, right? That's the Swarup, the eternal. She knows that this is in Krishna's, and Krishna's pleased by this. And the gopis dancing with Krishna to please Krishna. The cowherd boys playing with Krishna and fighting with Krishna and sometimes stealing the food of Krishna. It's all to please Krishna. So devotees that we're very fortunate to be born on Bharatvarsh. This Bharatvarsh, this planet, Bharatvarsh, or India, Bharatvarsh. It's a fortunate birth. It's very fortunate. Although this is Kali Yuga, this is a very good time to become Krishna conscious. Although people are very fallen and sinful, but there's some we don't have to go any other place. We don't have to go to the higher planets. We can go directly back to Godhead. Just like if you're going to take the flight. See, you have to take a flight and you want to go from here. You want to go to Chennai, right? And so somebody, maybe you get the flight, it goes through
And if you have to go up, you have to go to the heavenly planets, and you have to be there for a long time in the heavenly planets. You know, the demigods, their time is different from ours. One day there is 1 year here. So you could be there a long time. You'd be there a few days, but it's a long time. So then you go from the planets of the demigods, then you go up to the even higher planets. After heavenly planets, then there's Maharloka, where the people, the great sages, are all doing sacrifices. And then Janaloka, and then above Janaloka, then you come to Tapaloka, where the 4 Kumaras are. And they're all engaging in philosophical discussion and doing meditation, and sit and meditate. And the 4 Kumaras, the sons of Brahma. And then above Tapaloka, then you come to Satyaloka, the highest planet. From Satyaloka there, you know, they're doing sacrifices. So like that, you can spend a long time and you can become attracted to all of these things. And then we want to get out of the material world. But to get out of the material world, we have to go through the coverings of the universe. And when you go through the coverings of the universe, they're very attractive. The different coverings. First of all, there's the earth covering, and then after the earth, then the water covering, and then the fire covering. But they're very attractive, they're very opulent. And we become drawn with, oh, what is this? Oh, I want to look at this. Oh, I want to enjoy this. You know? It's very easy for us to be caught up in becoming attached to things in this material world. And it delays our progress to go back to Godhead. So we have to become very determined. We have to become very strong in our determination that this life is meant for becoming Krishna conscious. We don't want to go anywhere else but back to Godhead. We want to develop our love for Krishna. The qualification to get out from this material world, we have to really want to go to be with Krishna, to serve Krishna. We have to have that kind of desire. Of course, material world, we have many desires, many thoughts. Every moment the mind is restless, very difficult to control, right? Krishna was telling Arjuna, you have to control the mind, you have to steady the mind. Arjuna said, my mind is like the wind, worse than the wind, very difficult to control. But Krishna said, I know it's difficult, but it is possible. He said 2 things are required, right? Asamshayam mahabaho manu durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu konteya vairagyena chakriyate. The 2 things which we require, we need to practice. We have to practice regularly. Just like every day, we have to practice chanting the holy name. We have to take our beads and we have to chant. We think that I'm going to chant my rounds. How many people here are initiated tonight? Anybody here initiated? How many? Put your hands up if you're initiated. Okay, quite a few, yeah. So every day, when we do the chanting, this is our practice to control the mind, to steady the mind. Practice, but detachment, that vairagya, we have to let go. We're holding on to the Maya. we're holding on to the material desires. We have to really let go. How do we let go? We have to hold on to Krishna. Jagat Mrit, right? We say the Brahman is true. We say Brahman Satyam, Jagat Satyam. This world is also true. But we don't want to hold on to this world. We want to hold on to Krishna. We have to let go of the material desires. Hold on to Krishna. And how do we do that? By hearing and chanting. Door to door. And he told them, go everywhere, tell everyone, Bolo Krishna, meaning chant the holy name. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna. And Koro Krishna Shiksha, read the books about Krishna. Well, now I know South Indian people, they like to do puja, right? You like arti, you like to have deities, have many deities. We like to do this puja. It's very common. Sometimes when I was I remember doing Sankirtan, door to door, and I would go see the house, met so many every day, you know, but how many of them are doing the other things? Chanting the name, chanting the holy name, very important. And then also reading the books every day, also important to read. Why important? Because we have to hear about Krishna. So this is important for us. Prabhupada wrote so many books. And of course sometimes the devotees, they go selling the books, they like to distribute books. But more important than distributing the books, to read the books. Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada would say, a day. Read one chapter a day. Then if you read one chapter a day, how many days does it take you to finish the Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. And then, how many verses in the Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. So if you